Hello everyone. Before we start today's episode, we just wanted to let you know that this episode would be best enjoyed visually. So look at your phones and keep an eye on some important visuals which will be popping up. Thank you very much. Enjoy the episode.
You see,
What
had 3 people like this so far.
الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين ألم نشرح لك صدرك ووضعنا عنك وزرك الذي أنقض ظهرك ورفعنا لك ذكرك فإن مع العسر يسرا إن مع العسر يسرا فإذا فرغت فانصب وإلى ربك فارغب الله.
سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح تنهد يا صاحي كي تستريح وغص الدعاء الخفي الصريح يسعك الفضاء الرحيم الفسيح سبيل الدموع سبيل مريح
Okay, so it's 3 a.m. and we are starting to eat Sehri. Okay, so it's 4 a.m. We're walking to the mosque to pray Fajr. Peace out. Sadiq has just told me that I have to make the intention.
So which is Bisawmi,
Bisomi,
Ghadim,
Vadim,
Nawaitu,
Nawaitu,
Min Shahri,
Min Shari,
Ramadan.
Ramadan.
Which means how to let the car go.
Which means how to let the car go. Sorry.
No. It means I intend to fast
I intend to fast. That means
Tomorrow.
tomorrow
for the month of Ramadan.
for the month of Ramadan.
So now we're going to keep fast.
Now we're going to keep fast.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين.
Okay, update. We've just finished and come out. Now we're going home to finally rest. As we was coming out, we did see a cat though going in to pray his sunnah. So that was a interesting moment. Met Fajr, sorry. Okay, update. We've just got home finally. Time to go to sleep and start our day of fasting. Good night, everyone. Okay, so it's the morning of day 1, the only day. Feel fine, feel normal. So far, so good. And we'll see you in a minute. Okay, update. We're on our way to the shops, not to eat anything though, but I almost broke my fast. So I saw these guys, So testing my patience at the moment, testing my willpower. Okay, so update, we've just went into Lidl to do some shopping and I'm already feeling thirsty and hungry. Saw my favourite sushi pack I always get for lunch at work and it was so tempting to grab it. And yeah, we'll see how we are in a little while. Okay, so we're back now from the nice long walk from earlier. I've calmed down now after seeing the every van. Thankfully I did break my fast. The stomach's starting to rumble and starting to get hungry. So, see how we are in the next couple of hours. Bye! Okay, update. Gonna play some Warzone now to hopefully take my mind off of the thought of eating or drinking, because I'm starting to get thirsty and hungry now. So, see you in about a few hours' time. I've just woken up from a nap, about an hour's nap. It's 7 right now. We've got an hour's to go. Home stretch, baby. Piece of cake. Okay, so we are finally here. It's the end of the day. Time to eat, baby.
Record this bit because this guy, he nearly broke his fast 1 minute before. As soon as the drink came, he was stirring it and then he put it in his mouth. Me and Daniel, we're waiting for the dates to arrive before we break, traditional style. Yes, how was it, Jamie?
Wasn't that bad, honestly.
I survived. But they finished the
It wasn't that bad. Look at the state of this.
Okay, finally, it's time to break our fast. Down my drink. Now time for the dates. Finally, we are here. Time for food. Whole thing is guaning. In a bit.
Hello, and welcome back to the Lads Talk podcast. It has been quite a while, quite some time. Many things have happened. And as you have just seen, Garris and Jamie both participated in Ramadan. On the last day of Ramadan, isn't it? You participated. So they fasted. More on that in a little bit. But today, just so you know what you're in for, we're talking about marriage versus culture. Long awaited topic. Our marriage episodes have been popping off, which is good. We're also talking about Ramadan and a non-Muslim's experience with Ramadan. And yeah, anything else that comes to mind, make sure you stay tuned for those topics. Welcome back. Thank you. We are now on 119 subscribers on YouTube.
Really? 119?
Yep. Spotify, our followers have increased. Instagram and TikTok, we're getting a lot more engagement. Please continue to do so. Links are all in the description. And if you want to skip ahead to any part of this video, just use the timestamps and skip to wherever you feel like. But anyway, guys, Eid Mubarak once again. And
Eid Mubarak. Am I saying it right?
yeah, you said it right. Eid Mubarak. And yeah, let's start off with Jamie. What was the experience like with Ramadan?
Honestly, it wasn't that bad. It was alright. What I thought in my head, it would be more, what's the right word, tough to endure, but it was actually okay.
Fair enough. And what about you guys?
No, it's good, man. Like, I fasted before, so I didn't really struggle. But it's just nice doing it with, your brothers. You get me? Doing it all together. Even though that me and Jamie not Muslim, but it's nice to like participate. I can't say the word, man.
But I'm keeping that in. Participate, yeah? Participate.
Participate. Yeah.
Well, what I want to do.
It's like a new experience. It's nice, isn't it? Something different.
Yep. What I want to do then to start off, you guys can probably collaborate and I'll stay a bit quiet. But walk us through like everything. So from the moment you arrived, so what happened? Let me just summarize a little bit. But you guys arrived on the iftar time of the previous day, so you weren't fasting. Me and Daniel were, and then from that iftar till the next day, what exactly happened? Like, just walk us through everything.
What do we do when we came?
So we first came in, settled down, got stuff down. No, that was anyway.
No, we didn't put
so
the stuff down. We came in and we basically went straight in for the food. It was just all
came in,
lovely laid out on the floor. What was it?
They're ready, waiting. Had the not kidney beans,
Chickpeas.
Yep. Chickpeas, had the salad,
bhaji,
rice, onion bhajis. What's it called?
What's that rice one?
Khichdi.
Mashed up.
The mashed up rice.
What else do we have? I can't remember, so do you come and help us out?
So then fruit salad, dates.
Oh yeah, before we carry on your dates, I've never seen it like that. Basically, it's kind of half and like a cucumber put in the middle.
Oh yeah, that one. That was alright. I'd probably eat them again.
Nice. What was your first impression of dates? Just dates on this one.
Oh, I have had them before. When Daniel went on holiday to
Oh yeah.
Saudi.
there, he brought some back. And then he had, you know, the little deodorant things, Gareth, where you rub it on your hand and then put it on your clothes. He brought some of them back and some dates. So that's when I first tried them back then. And they were nice.
So the Jamie just gave us a very non-Muslim translation of some Muslims who are listening to this right now. What Jamie's describing is Daniel's holiday is Umrah. So he visited Saudi Arabia to do Umrah, to perform pilgrimage, yeah?
That's it.
And then the deodorant he's talking about Itr. So the Itr that you apply in the roll-on
Them little
Itr.
ones, yeah.
So that's actually such a good explanation as well.
He had the golden bronze one, and then he had the white bottle. I liked not the white one, the other one, the golden/bronze bottle. I like that one more. It was sweet. It was a nice sweet sort of scent.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, with me, I don't think I've said this in the podcast, but I've never liked dates, and don't ask me why. I've been weird. I think since last year, like, if I tell you guys what foods I don't like before, you guys can be like, what? Like, is this guy messing the head? What's wrong with him? But no, so I did try it in the past. But I was like, no, I'm not on it. Then when Daniel came back from Saudi, I tried it and I was like, oh, it's actually nice, you know. I'm missing out.
To be fair, there are different dates by there's like Ajwa, and then there's Palestinian dates, and then there's I think Syrian dates. I'm not sure. There's different ones. I'm not an expert on it by any means, but they have different flavors and textures as well.
I like the old ones. One of them was a darker colour, one of them was a brighter red colour.
Yeah, and then there's some that are sticky, some which are smooth, some which are like wrinkly, kind of more like
I
raisins.
thought the colours meant of how sweet the date is.
I don't.
What, like ripe sure. Or not? How ripe you mean?
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's not about ripeness. They're just different types of dates. Well, that's good. Good that you started off with food. Okay, and then what happened after we ate that food? We had a bit of a break, didn't we? And then what did we do?
This one was the community centre one. We went in the little hall, and you had the nice designed carpet on the floor. You was also up. You had the one guy at the front. Don't tell me the name of him.
Starts with the I.
Imam.
Yes, guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the Imam.
You had the Imam. Well done. Yeah, you had the Imam at the front with his mic. He'd be leading the prayer. You had all you lot standing in line, and obviously me and you, Gareth, we wasn't.
We
was there to experience it. We wasn't there to join in and be involved. We was involved in a way, but not involved as in we were there actually praying.
No, so it's nice, man. See, it's like seeing everyone getting together, in it.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't tell you guys, I saw even like kids and stuff. It's like yes, it's good to see, you know, just all types of ages there. They're all just worshipping God, praying. Not worshipping, sorry, praying.
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah. So me and you sitting at the back, and the first couple of guys, and
also the people were nice there, man.
They were, yeah. It was probably about 3 people there.
Yeah, 3 or 4 people came up to us, and they were nice.
Just,
you know, how are you? Or do you want some drinks? And they kept coming up and asking, yeah, or you know, there's snacks, there's drinks.
I like that.
I was like, no, I'm fine.
I like that.
Like, they thought I'm saying because I was shy. I genuinely, yeah, we literally just ate and we went to the.
Yeah, we was full.
Yeah, so that's why I didn't have any. I was full from eating.
No, I didn't want to, but when you had the break, everyone was over there, so I wanted to wait till they was gone, trying to jump in with them. So yeah, at one point there was like either 1 or 2 people went up and led the prayer, and then these other guys came in, and they came up and stood next to us. I thought a little bit uncomfortable because it was a bit close, but then once you told me Sadiq that that's a good thing. It was what's it called? It was a compliment them doing that, as you said, and like involving us. Even if we wasn't involved, they were still involving us. So once you told me that, then that was nice.
Yeah, so just to clarify for those listening, like, so Jamie and Gareth were sat at the back. There was quite a few lines, yeah, and they were sat at the back in the middle, and obviously people came to join the salah, to join the prayer, and they, rather than telling them can you move or whatever, they just stood next to them and made them kind of be included, rather than tell them to go away because they didn't want them to be uncomfortable or feel left out or something. So that's what I meant. But yeah, what else happened then?
Oh yeah, your man. So beautiful.
Oh yeah, then you got to let
so
like
beautiful.
4th or 5th guy.
His
That was
voice
nice.
man.
We was proud.
No, it was just when you went up here and when it was your turn, Siddiqui, I was like, I'm so proud of you, man. As in, your voice is that um beautiful, so good.
That's nice.
I was
Yeah.
like, right, is
Even
that
though
my brother? Yeah, you were hitting the high
yeah,
notes.
even though I put you on the spot before you, it was your turn. It's like, oh, no pressure, and you still went up. Had that in the back of your mind. You delivered.
Yeah, well,
You're doing good.
no. So I've been leading for like this is my 10th year, actually, of leading the prayer. So it's quite good. It's nice for you guys to be there as well. It's a different experience for me as well. Um,
Now, next time I want to go to a proper mosque because mosques in general are like beautiful inside.
Yeah.
So I just want to see
Yeah, we
what's
thought the other one, 4 in the morning one. We thought that one was going to be the mosque. but
Yeah, I
looked
thought that was a
similar,
proper mosque.
like
That
another
was
sort
a
of
proper mosque.
mosque.
that one was actually the mosque. So the thing is, the reason why it's tiny is the main hall, they locked it for the morning prayer just because what they're doing is they're doing construction there currently. So it's actually massive, but they put us in a different extended part because they're doing construction on the main part. So next time we'll have to take you there. I was wondering why they put us there, but next time I'll take you to the main part, and you'll see it's like a
Oh yeah,
humongous hall.
with when we went for the 4 o'clock?
Yeah, it's called
That one, the second
Fajr,
one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Fajr
that prayer, yeah. Yo, Fajr, me and Jane was sitting in the back. This guy, he came in.
Right at
He's
the
like,
back, and the guy actually came and
Yeah,
said,
the
"Aren't you
guy's-
going to pray?"
he,
So are you
he
praying?
came up to me, "Aren't you gonna pray?" And he didn't hear me. I was like, "I'm just a visitor." Like, oh, okay, but it's still nice though. As in, like, be like, oh, encourage, oh, come, let's pray. If I was a Muslim.
So, okay, that's nice. So we'll get to the Fajr prayer in a second because obviously there's more to talk about there, yeah. But after the
Oh, yeah.
after the night prayer, which we call Taraweeh, yeah, Isha and Taraweeh. After Taraweeh, what did we do?
That's when we were chilling, right?
Yeah, we were chilling.
No. Actually, no, we were chilling and we came back from the community center.
Yeah, that's
Then
Taraweeh.
we
Yep.
chilled, and then we went to the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. After
Yeah,
we
that-
prayed
yeah, that's
Taraweeh
not-
and we came back home, what did we do?
Taraweeh's the 10:31, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. So was meant to make cheesecake, but yeah, we're just tired because we all worked Wednesday and then we literally left in the evening. And what do we do? I think we're just chilling.
Yep.
No?
Chilling, and then you and Danielle went out and got food or something.
Oh yeah, just snack. Oh yeah, we're craving. Yeah.
Jamie, what were you doing?
I can't remember. So memory's bad. Was that?
You were sitting on the sofa, no?
Yeah, he sat on the sofa. He put his hoodie on. He had his headphones in, and he was just like meditating basically for ages. And then I was like, okay, you know what? Everyone's busy. I'm just gonna use this time to pray quickly. And I prayed for like some extra prayers for like 20 minutes or so, because it might have been a special night. Let's just call it Laylatul Qadr. It's called. So yeah, so he was chilling. I was praying. After I finished praying, you guys came back with the food and drinks and stuff. And then what did you do? Garris made waffles.
Okay.
Yeah, Garris made.
Me and Daniel. Nah, me and Daniel.
Daniel. Yeah, okay. Garris and Danielle made waffles and strawberries and with ice cream. Well, that was very nice.
Oh yeah, I'll send you the pictures. I got pictures.
Yeah, and then Danielle decided he's super tired because he was around 2 something, so he went to sleep. Then me, Garris, and Jamie stayed up and I think just talked and played games and chilled for a bit.
So yeah, so when Daniel and
Yeah.
Jane was chilling, we played Jenga. Then after that, the waffles. Then Jamie joined.
Yep. And then why is it so hard to remember? After that,
Then we went to
then we
thingy.
ate
No, we ate
food.
yeah.
Okay, Jamie, let's see if you remember. What's that meal called?
Can't remember. I cannot remember.
Okay, it starts with the S.
Garris.
I don't know, man.
Do you remember the video you sent me today? And I opened it, I was listening to it on the call.
Sehri.
Sehri, yeah, that's it.
Sehri.
Oh, there we go.
So we had Sehri or
That's when we was opening, starting the
starting
fast.
the fast,
starting
yeah.
it,
So we were eating.
opening it.
So our body has something that during the day can burn off basically, right? So it's called Sehri. Some people say suhoor, some people, and then the Bengalis call it fotabala. Okay, so fotabala or suhoor or Sehri, that's what we ate. And then Daniel was getting late because he was just fast asleep, so he woke him up, and we won't go into detail how he woke up, but he managed to wake up. We managed to eat I think Gareth overate. Did you overeat?
We both did.
No. So I was full, yeah, from eating, and then you were like, my advice is you have tea because then throughout the day, you know, you're not gonna be hungry and blah blah.
No. I said
was
for
like, nah,
digest
nah,
to
nah, nah.
digest.
And the dates as well.
Oh yeah, I had the
digest,
dates.
so you won't
yeah,
be
I had the dates
hungry.
instead of the tea. Then yeah, the dates just filled me up, and you'll have tea to digest because then it's not good throughout the day or something. Yeah. Then I was like, all right, let me just listen because I've never done it, and yeah, like the proper way. And yes, I was like, I had chai tea, and yeah, that whole my
Just
god,
shy.
I finished it, and it was literally up to my throat. I felt sick.
Why is your voice like that?
I don't know,
Mate.
but yeah, I felt sick, man.
But so then yeah, so we had tea. And then Daniel finally woke up. We made him some tea, and then oh yeah, I swear we had chips as well. We had chips. We had biryani.
Yeah, before that,
We
yeah,
had some samosas
dates.
and leftover pakoras and stuff. And then okay, so this is the best part, yeah. So then everyone got ready because we left the house around 3:50, and we were like, oh, these lot. I think Gareth and Daniel were the most tired. They wanted to go by
Yeah,
car. And I was
yeah,
like,
my
no,
god.
man, go by walking and just listen to the birds and listen to the sounds of Fajr, yeah?
That was nice.
And then so we left, and then the first thing I go look up at the sky, yeah? And you can see all the stars because it's like a black, like clean,
Yeah.
clear black sky, all the stars are out. And then you have the birds singing from all directions. So we start
It
walking.
was cold though.
It was a bit chilly, yeah. So we
I woke you up though. That was a good thing.
yeah, that's true. And then I was the only one not wearing a jacket. Everyone else was like wearing a jumper or a jacket.
Oh yeah, Jamie got cold. You had to give your your hoodie?
My hoodie. And
Yeah.
so we walked it, went to the masjid for Fajr prayer, morning prayer, and we got there. And then obviously you guys said you guys sat at the back and we prayed. Lasted about what, 5-10 minutes?
Yeah, the other one was long. With the
Yeah.
other one, I didn't tell you. I can't sit cross-legged, so I was sitting cross-legged and it started to hurt. And I was Jamie. I could not stay in one position. I kept moving, changing positions.
That
'cause my legs
was
were
the
hurting,
first
and then-
one at the
Yeah, the
community
first
centre,
one.
right?
Yeah, the community centre.
You
Then my
couldn't sit
hands,
properly.
holding my legs. I was Jamie, man. Oh, that was long. So I was deep in, yeah.
Struggling.
If this prayer at night time, imagine the 4 a.m. I was like, oh lord.
No.
But I'll firm it.
Yeah, the 4 a.m. one was like 5 to 10 minutes. Then we left
Yeah,
the
it was not even that long. 5 minutes. It was quick.
yeah. Then we left the masjid, and we saw that cat, the masjid's cat. So there's this black cat. It's like a mini panther, yeah. And it was so soft and it's like so playful and it's rolling around and playing with
touch it,
Danielle and
man.
stuff. It was like proper touching your legs and everything.
Yeah, I
So it
remember I
must have
came
felt
out, yeah,
comfortable.
and I was doing my laces, and it just comes and just brushes against my foot.
Yeah, yeah. It was such a cute cat, man. I wanted to steal it and take home, but
You should've, man, you
I
should've.
mean, it's still there. I can just go and grab it and steal it if I want. But
Not steal it, borrow it.
borrow it. Sorry, yeah. Of course, the cat's getting returned. Yeah. And then what? So we walked it home after Fajr, and then that was
Oh,
quite
it was
peaceful.
much colder walking
Yeah,
out.
it's like you could start. Smoke was coming out of our mouth and everything, right? And
But the walk felt much quicker than coming. It felt so long, and then going back was like this.
yeah, and then we got home. Then I saw because we couldn't stop laughing again because it was just random
Why
stuff.
did we laugh? I forgot what we were laughing. Yeah,
Well, why
it's
do
the
you
time,
think?
man. It's that time.
Jamie's there, so why else do you think?
Oh yeah.
And then we were making fun of how Danielle woke up
Fucking
from sleep. Yeah, so then we slept, and I think arguably I woke up 11 o'clock, and then I went back to sleep because I was so drained, and then I woke up 1 o'clock, yeah. And then at 1 o'clock woke up, and I just said I saw Jamie's awake. Jamie messaged me, goes, "Are you awake?" I was like, "Yeah." So I go over and I go, "Do you want to go out for a walk?" And he goes, "Yeah, okay." So we went out for a walk and left you two sleeping still.
No, we woke up. When you came, woke up it was like around 2.
But did you wake up like properly when we left?
Yeah. Then we both
Oh,
went to
okay.
the bathroom. Yeah.
And then
Wash our faces.
what did we do? Then we went to yeah, me and Jimmy went out, came back in, and then yeah, you lot were up and tidied everything, and then I think you started making cheesecake. So at this point, how was the fast feeling? Because now you're awake, so you can feel it, right? So what was the feeling now?
I've already, like I told you, I've already fasted before. It was fine. But yeah, it was fine, man. It was the only
Fine
thing was,
meaning,
yeah.
were you not thirsty or anything? Because I was thirsty.
No, I wasn't then.
I was.
During the end of the day, we'll come to that. But actually, I'll say it now. Before the restaurant, like an hour and a half, that's when it got to me. I was hungry. I was not thirsty. I was drinking a lot of water, but that's when I started to get hungry. But no, I wasn't thirsty. I was fine. I was completely fine.
I think me and Jamie, because it was like slightly warm outside, and we were walking and talking as well, started getting really thirsty. Like my throat was super dry. Plus, I still have this cough, right? And yeah, what about you, Jamie? Were you actually thirsty or?
Yeah, I was getting thirsty, especially when we went out in the morning.
Yeah, and I think Jamie nearly broke his fast in it while you were out.
That
Yeah,
was
so,
funny,
freaking-
man.
So what?
Sort of goddamn every van. It's better cuss them out, man. God, that's.
If you've been following this podcast since day 2 or day 1, you should know Jamie has big.
You
beef.
know, yeah, if you veterans would know.
If not, you can go and watch the video.
Jamie has big beef with every man. Let's just summarize it like that. But
Every.
so yeah, so we did all of that. Then the day started progressing. These guys started making cheesecake, yeah. And after the cheesecake was made, so Garrison and Danielle started playing PlayStation, I think, or something. Yeah, like FIFA. And so then, Jamie, what were you doing at this time?
The surveys thing, no?
All right, so basically we found this thing where you can get paid for doing surveys, and you just spend like maybe 2 hours or something, and you can make about £5 for free, pretty much for free, because you're just clicking a button. If you want to do it, there's a link below in today's video. Just follow the link, sign up. It's free, it works. I've been doing it, Jamie's doing it, and I'm sure loads of other people are doing it. But yeah, make quick money. There's a link in the description today. But anyway, so I got Jamie signed up to this, and so he was doing some surveys. And then how did you feel after doing the surveys, Jamie?
Did I fall asleep then?
Yeah. He started...
Yeah, you did,
Oh
man.
yeah, it hit me.
Yeah, so what happens is...
I saw, man. We were playing. I was talking. I was just casually looking back.
I was doing the old man thing, man.
Yeah, the old man.
It's like,
Yeah, you literally was, man.
So
the eyes
And
were
then
dropping.
Sadiq was awake, so every now and then, while I'm playing, I'm talking. Then he stopped you. I looked behind, and I'm not sure if he fully, maybe for a bit.
basically, I was like,
Did you not
I
fall
was
for a bit?
drowsing. So what happens when you're fasting? You start feeling like a bit hungry, and then that makes you feel low in energy, right? And it doesn't help that we were walking outside, inside, because we were getting ingredients and stuff, yeah. And then you
Yeah.
have the rain started pouring, and you know that peaceful rain sound and the way the rain looks, and it's grey and dark.
That as well.
Yeah, and then I just I got a blanket, sat on the sofa, and I just felt warm and cozy. And then what happened is just eventually you and Danielle were just like fighting each other over FIFA, and it just was like a lullaby.
Fighting? What?
You know, he was like, "Oh yeah, 6-0, 5-0," and you kept
Yeah.
you kept doing all that stuff.
He was there.
So then I was just listening to that as background noise, and I knocked out. And then yeah, we woke up. I woke up first as well, which is funny, and then Jamie's
You
just still
did,
knocked
yeah.
out. And then at this point, Yulos had got tired of FIFA. Gareth was sitting on the floor like he's going through his third midlife crisis. Daniel, I think, was on his phone. Jamie's still
Yeah,
fast
we're
asleep.
just chilling on our phones. Oh well, before you woke up. Actually.
Yeah.
No. As we stopped, we kind of woke up and we just were chilling on our phones, talking, and we're just looking at the restaurant.
Yeah, so everyone started looking at the menu now, like, oh, okay, what do we want to eat? What are we going to choose? Yeah. So then I think more or less everyone decided what they want, and then everyone keeps looking
Instead
at
of
the
wasting time,
everyone keeps looking at the pictures of the food, like, oh yeah, that looks so nice. Oh my.
Made it worse.
Yeah.
That didn't help. Probably shouldn't have done that.
No, I was actually fine with it. It didn't make it worse. I was still the same. I was fine.
And then yeah, what did we do? We got ready.
We got ready.
Prayed
Oh,
up.
same time.
Yeah, got ready, and left for the restaurant. Got there, sat there, and then we asked the restaurant. I said to the waiter, I said, "Can you just give us something small to break our fast?" And they were like, "Yeah, we give any people who are fasting, we give you strawberries and dates at iftar time, which is when you break your fast." Yeah. So we ordered our food, we ordered our drinks, and then what happens? Okay, so now me and Danielle. We're like, oh, okay, what should we do? Pray first, eat first? So we're deciding, yeah? And the drinks come, okay? So the drinks come, and we still got like 2 minutes left, because our food doesn't come. It's just the dates and the strawberries are arriving, yeah? but our actual food order hasn't come. So we're like, okay, we'll pray first and then we'll eat. In the meantime, there's 2 minutes left, and what does Jamie do? He starts stirring the drink, and I saw him stir the drink, and I was thinking, don't, man, because earlier when you guys were making the cheesecake, you lot were gonna grab the crumbs, like the biscuit crumbs, and put it in your mouth as well.
Oh yeah,
remember?
me and Jamie. Yeah.
And I was like, Jamie, I was just in my head, I was like, I don't want to say anything because it's his first fast, yeah. But I was like, don't stir that drink. You're gonna drink it, man. You're gonna drink it. And what does he do? He starts stirring it. And as soon as I blink, I look away for like half a millisecond. And next, he shows me with his hand. He's like,
a quarter of the
yeah,
bottle.
like,
Quarter of the bottle.
all I can imagine, if he was able to speak, he would be saying, Sadiq, help me, I've messed up. so what happens is, yeah, I look at him and he's got the drink in his mouth, and I was like, oh my god. So I look at the time, he's got 2 minutes left, yeah. I was like, okay. I showed him the clock, and I showed him the digital clock of how many seconds. I go, look, you need 1 minute 38 seconds. Just keep it in your mouth. Okay, you got this. And so
Christ, I didn't drink it and
yeah,
swallow it.
he managed to keep it for a minute and a half, basically, and
So-
then it was iftar time. It was time to break fast. So then he drank his drink.
He
Then
slurped
I
it
look
down
at
his throat.
I was about to say,
Downed it.
I looked left once. I looked back at the drink bottle. The J2 was gone. Yeah, I was like, this guy, man. What happened? Were you were that thirsty in that moment, or it's just?
I was done, man. Yeah.
Oh man, and then
Yeah.
What about you guys?
I was
I was actually
finished.
fine. I was so close, yeah. Me and Daniel was so no, not Daniel. I was so close, but I was like, nah. I was gonna sip it. I was like, nah. Like not sip because I was 30, just like when you're restaurant waiting for the food, just sip a bit of your drink.
Jamie, in that moment, yeah, when you were drinking the drink, what was going through your head?
Get it down, me. I need a drink. If you lot didn't have yours, I would have drank yours.
Oh yeah, well, once you
I would
guys
have downed
back,
yours.
yeah, he was like, I'm gonna slap
I
all your
want to have
drinks.
all of yours.
If I wasn't there, he would have definitely done it. He would have just slapped all our drinks, and we come back here, it's all empty glass bottles.
I was done. If I brought my water bottle, I would have had it. I would have downed my water bottle like 3 times over.
Blimey. Well, okay.
No,
think-
but the restaurant was
Yeah.
beautiful, man. It was really nice inside.
Yeah, agreed. I was gonna say then, yeah. So obviously, like the whole day when you fasted, you stayed up, you walked to the mosque, you stayed up to like 5 in the morning. There's Muslims doing this for all the 30 days, right? With work, some are working, they have children, they're looking after their kids, and so on and so forth. Yeah. If you had to do that for a whole month, do you think you'd be able to?
I think some point, for me, there's gonna be a breaking point where I'll start struggling, but it's like I'll persevere through. You get me?
And what about you,
I'll
Jamie?
struggle.
Yeah, there'd be same as Gareth. There'd be times when I feel like I won't be able to, and I'd have to stop. But if there was ways, you say you've been doing it for God knows how long now, so you could show us like ways to distract ourselves and not think about it. So yeah, I think I'll be able to. It won't be easy, but yeah, it could be done.
I think your willpower is tested, definitely. And obviously your gratitude towards, like, the way you were slurping down that drink, yeah? It was...
Yeah.
I bet you, in that moment, obviously you were just trying to finish the drink, yeah? But I'm sure part of you was just like, I can't wait to drink more, right? Like, more and more and more.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing, like, throughout the day, normally, we can drink as much as we want, we can eat as much as you want and like, and, there's no restriction, there's nothing. But obviously in Ramadan, there's that moment where there's people around the world who probably don't have anything to eat or drink, and they're hungry for days, not just morning to night time or morning to evening. So it's nice to remember those people, and that it should make us maybe more generous when we donate or when we try to help others, So if you want to donate, make sure you choose any charity you want. Maybe I'll leave a charity in the description today as well if you want to donate to anyone. But yeah, so Ramadan, so your first ever Ramadan on the last day of Ramadan. That was quite accidental, by the way, yeah, but you done your first ever Ramadan on the last day of Ramadan.
It was a last minute plan as well. It was last minute.
Yeah.
We got last minute plans.
It was
And we also just like we were so dedicated that we had to reschedule. Like, not me, but Daniel and Jamie had to reschedule that. No, not Daniel. Jamie had to reschedule his work. So he just changed it around.
So
It was worth it.
Worth it? Okay, glad. I'm glad to.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear
Yeah,
that.
110%, man. But before we move on, yeah, it was kind of weird for me because now this is the third time coming to your house, right? We're so used to eating, be like, oh, what should we eat? What should we order? What should we make? Cook, you get me?
Yep.
And taste the food. Like I remember doing the cheesecake, yeah. I was like, I'm fasting. How am I gonna taste? It was fine.
You just were talking about something and saying, "Oh, well, we can't do that because we're fasting." And me and Daniel are just looking at each
I
other,
don't
like,
remember.
look at these like nearly Muslim guys here, like being like saying what Muslims say on a regular basis. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite funny. Okay,
It
so
must have been a nice feeling for you as well.
how so?
Like you do this every year, right? And it's like us taking part, like trying
Of course, it's
as your
nice.
religion, yeah.
It's nice to see my friends or to see people I know or just people in general try to experience. It's a hard thing, man. Like I know we said it was easy, etc. But like there's been years, like people in Sweden, for example, about maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or something. They only got to eat for 1 hour, and then their fast begins 1 hour after they eat, and then they got 23 hours or 22 and a half hours of fasting. Like I'm telling you, that's not easy for them, and that's hard. And even in the UK, 2-3 years ago, must have been. Actually, let me just have a look. It must have been something like that, like between 15 to 20 hours of fasting in the UK as well. It was hard, man. It was really, really difficult. Now that Ramadan began in March, obviously, like fasting is only. I say only fasting is a couple of hours, meaning like it's way less than before. So it was easy. But seeing you guys experience it and know that, oh my god, that's where you guys go for it, that was the special part. That was the nice part. And then obviously going to the prayers and stuff, you got to experience something new. So yeah, so before we move on, then, if I can ask both of you, I'll start with Jamie. Jamie, if you could summarize your Ramadan experience in one phrase, sentence, word, what would it be?
Especially because you was there. Perfect. It's nice.
Lovely. And what about you guys?
Always going to be, man, the one who has a white blank mind.
There's no other person to ask it. It's just you left.
Yeah, no, okay, yeah, no. I don't really know. As in, I don't know what word to describe.
Just say perfect.
experience. Let's just say enjoyable.
Well, that's quite good. So perfect and enjoyable. Okay. I would describe the Ramadan experience, even though obviously I do Ramadan all the time, but with you guys there, it was peaceful. Okay. Yeah, it was much more peaceful. There's certain things like
Can I ask why it's more peaceful?
yeah. So the peaceful part is like, because you were there, I felt like I had a bit of responsibility to show you how we do things, why we do things. Like at Taraweeh, the night prayer, I was like checking on you guys, like, you guys okay?
You were so nice. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember even like halfway through prayer, you would check around you and you would let us know. And then
Like,
since
you
after
were
first,
right,
I'd
you
always
were
put my thumbs up and be like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, because I wasn't sure. I was like, okay, so you guys are sitting there, obviously you're not praying, so it's like time must be going, because we're reading chapters of the Quran and stuff. Time must be going so slow for you guys.
Really,
right?
you're reading? I didn't clock.
That's what we're doing. We're not singing. So
Oh,
no,
Oh,
when I
you
see-
didn't actually have a book there reading it.
no,
You were saying
it's
it
from
off by
memory. Yeah,
office.
it's from memory. So
Yeah, from
all those
memory, but
people
you
you
still
saw
was.
standing there, they've memorized the Quran by heart. Yeah, so like myself included and everything, they're saying it word for word from the book. So if you were to open it and test them, they would get it exactly right. Okay. So that's why I thought, okay, these guys are gonna be tired maybe or something. So that, but in doing so, I started becoming more aware that, oh wow, like night prayers are actually difficult, or like when during the fast I was like, okay, how are you guys doing, how are you feeling? It was like almost I was asking myself as well, like, oh, how are you feeling? Then I realized, oh, fasting is actually a difficult thing, because when I'm sure, like Gareth, for you going to church, for example, yeah, it's like a norm, so you don't think about going to church. It's just like, oh, okay, I'm going to church today. It's the same way that as a Muslim, it's like I'm fasting for 30 days, but I don't tell myself, oh, I'm fasting for 30 days. It's just a normal thing that I'm doing.
You don't deepen like, wow, it's so long, the amount of hours and everything basically, and how you feel and how you're coping. Like if you do get hungry, if you do get thirsty, and etc.
That's what I mean. So it's just like, even what Jamie did and he put a drink in his mouth before. I'm so surprised he didn't swallow the drink. I think he just instantly clocked, because it was so sad. My first ever fast I ever did in my life, I was in year 7, yeah, and there was 1 minute to go and I ate food. I fully like swallowed down everything, man. I ate the food, so I fully like recognized. I was like, oh my god, that reminded me of what, like, I don't know how many years it's been now, but that's reminded me, unlocked a memory.
It was the
basically.
same. Like my first one officially, and your first one officially.
First experience of
But
Ramadan.
Memories.
of fasting.
Yeah, but the thing is, Jamie, yeah, I actually ate the food. You at least didn't. Do you know what I mean? You held it in your mouth, so.
Hats off to Jamie.
Somehow.
But nah, at least he didn't swallow it, because there's other people in his position. Yeah, 100%. They would have just swallowed it.
They would have like F it and done it.
They're like, it's already in the mouth. I'm thirsty. I'm dying. Let me just, like, what's the point? It's
Actually,
already that. Might as well
and
swallow.
you have to understand, holding that much drink in your mouth for a minute and a half, it hurts your jaw and stuff, innit? So
Yeah, it does.
yeah, so mad
He was
respect.
getting kind of red as well. So
Yeah, it was good, very respect. Mad respect for Jamie, man.
Very
respect for
Yeah.
Jamie. Give him all that
Very
respect.
respect.
Well,
Very
you know what? Ramadan, unfortunately for some, unfortunately for everyone, Ramadan's gone now. We had Eid either yesterday or today. This is being recorded on Saturday, by the way. So Eid was either on Friday or Saturday, depending on whichever one you decided to follow. And yeah, so
how was your Eid?
it's now Eid was very chill, very relaxed. It was mostly spent with family. But my Eids recently, I don't know, they're a bit. I don't get the full experience. I feel like on Eid I should be doing more.
More in what way?
I don't know. I feel like I should be doing activities or something, but it just seems kind of bland sometimes. Some Eids are really amazing. This Eid, I think I just missed Ramadan a lot, so I didn't get to enjoy Eid the proper way. That's all it is. So, but yeah, there's another Eid coming in 3 months, I think. So I'll enjoy that one much more, I guess. But like I was saying, now that Eid has gone, Ramadan's gone. Obviously, we have to get back onto track with life, as it were. Perhaps there are some people who remember a couple of episodes ago we talked about Ramadan resolutions, like what you wanted to achieve and what you want to be doing, and Danielle talked about anger, and I can't remember what Jamie said. Yeah, so Ramadan resolutions, that's probably what's taking effect. And one resolution I had is to make sure that I speak my mind more than I already do. And most people will look at me and say, well, you're already an expert waffler anyway. But there are some waffles that I keep to myself because they're controversial, let's just say. And one of those is to do with our hot topic of the day, marriage. Again, okay, it might even be the last time we talk about this, or maybe we'll talk about this again in the future. But marriage, last episode, Jamie gave a really nice, like, pretty calm image of like what his dream wedding would look like. Do you remember that, Jamie? Yeah.
Yes.
And it's evident that marriage, weddings, they can be so nice and they can be so beautiful, but I'm not sure about from a white background or from a Sri Lankan background, Tamil background, what it looks like, okay? But from a Bangladeshi Muslim background, marriage is so exhausting, okay? I'm going to talk about it a bit today, and I'm going to give a couple of my opinions on it. But I wanted to ask first, have you guys ever even seen someone get married or been involved in the preparation or anything like that you could share?
I've only went to one wedding in my life.
What was the wedding like? What kind of culture was it?
It was the pastor's son. It was a big wedding.
Yeah. What is this, Sri Lankan or?
Yeah.
Okay, so like what are your customs? Like, what kind of stuff do you do?
But it was a lot of talking, I guess. It was a lot of talking, but obviously I hadn't really listened. I was just munching.
Yeah, I get you. What about Jamie?
Yeah, I've been to a few. They're all family. food. There's in a little hall, not like the room next to the actual main hall, if you will. There's a bar for drinks. There's loads. There's at least like 30 people each side of the family, like the husband and wife who's getting married. Half of each of their family, like 30 people each side. So there's a lot of people. They're all chatting, talking, mingling, doing whatever they're doing, socializing. Loads of food to eat, loads of drinks, alcohol. There's a DJ there with music. People are dancing and singing away. There's kids running around being kids. And then while we're eating our food, or near to the end of eating, you have the so-called best man speech. It's either the wife's brother or the husband's brother, sorry, the bride or groom's brother or dad, for example. Mum would get up and do a speech. Either it's old stories, funny stories, sad stories, or just talking about the bride or groom in general. And then you do the actual marriage, sitting there at the chairs, and they're saying their vows, and then the bride and groom will cut the cake. And you grab your bit of cake, go back to music and dancing again, and then obviously start getting ready to pack up and clear everything away and head home. Very hectic and loud is like the most generic, small answer. Hectic, generic, loud.
Can I ask, yeah, do those weddings feel like it's about the groom and the bride only though?
Yes and no. Like I've said in the past one, if I had a wedding, all these weddings I've been to, it wouldn't have been like any of those. There would have been at least half the amount of people there. The music I might still have, but it won't be as hectic as these ones I've been to with all these people here. Be a bit more quiet and thing. One though, recently, I want to say, my mum's cousin, she and her partner, I guess, they went to America, and while they was there, they posted something on her Facebook or somewhere saying she got married. Obviously, they just went them two. There's no one there, and like maybe a little, just those two getting married. Basically, they didn't have no family or friends. It was just them two.
By any chance, was it in Las
Obviously, that would have
Vegas?
been more quiet. No,
Ah, okay.
no, it wasn't. I think it was Texas. They had a cowboy wedding, if you will. You saw the picture. He had a wedding dress on, but it wasn't like a normal dress, really long and thing. It was down to maybe her knees or thighs. She had cowboy boots on. They did it in Texas.
Did anyone care that
It
was just them two?
As in, was they annoyed? Like, oh, why wasn't he there? Why didn't they tell you? No.
How come?
Or at least from the messages. See, actually seeing it in person, they might have, but from the messages on there, from when they posted, there was a congratulations, well done, I'm so happy for you, blah 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 blah. But maybe if when they came back, and they actually saw their family and friends, then they might have. Oh, I don't know. But only going off of the messages on Facebook when they posted it, it was all good, happy responses.
You know, Jamie, if that wedding, like people were mostly happy for them, or people were probably happy for them, and in person maybe they would say like in a playful way, or maybe for serious they would say, "How come we weren't invited?" Da 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 da. What's your opinion on that? Like, should people be invited, or is it if two people just want to get married like that, they're okay to do so?
Then let them. Yeah. It's those two are getting married. For them, it's their wedding, so they obviously they want to enjoy it and they want to remember it. So don't worry about other family members like these two did. If that's what they wanted to do and that was the happiest they would have been doing it, there was no better other way they could do it, and they'd be more happy. Then obviously they could have done it that way. And if I find someone and we want to do something like that while we're on holiday and it's a nice special place, then why not? You do you. Don't worry about all these extra family members and friends. It's nice, obviously, to have them there so they can remember it as well and be in that memory. But if you two wanted to do it like these two did, then yeah, why not?
Because after the wedding, it's just the husband and the wife, innit? That's it.
Yeah, I think they rented out maybe a little nice car or something there. Can't remember what one it was. It was open roof, an olden style car they probably had.
and the pictures taken still and stuff. But yeah, it was just them two basically.
No, but in all honesty, it's up to them too, because
It's up to
their
them,
life,
yeah.
it's their wedding, you know.
It's their wedding.
And like
Exactly.
I agree with everything what both of you said, you know. And like you had a really good point, Talik. I didn't think of it that way. After the wedding, it's just them two. There's no one else gonna be there. It's their life as well.
Yeah.
And they're paying for
Like
it.
I said,
so-
I'd be something like that. I
Yeah.
want something quiet and small, not a big old gathering.
Like maybe yes, the family members might be helping. But in all honesty, you need to respect the decision. It's them two, innit?
Yeah, like okay, look, it's weird if the, by the way, everyone, Danielle's just joined us at the correct time, so if you suddenly hear Danielle's voice, it's because he's just joined us. But obviously, like when you when you get married, obviously your parents, siblings, immediate kind of family, them being there is almost like a given, right? Like you don't have to think about it. Okay, if they're not there, maybe different cultures, it's okay. But in our culture, having your parents there and siblings and immediate family, that's quite a good thing. Yeah, I think everyone should do that because, you grew up with them, right? And you were raised by them and whatnot. But having like your entire generation, your neighbor's cats there, your your uncle's GP surgeon, like what are you doing? Do you know what I mean? And what
Loads of people there that don't matter.
Yeah, not only does it increase the cost of the wedding, and then the bride and groom,
bigger venue,
bride and groom, they don't even have money left over to actually live their life. Yeah, so what is the point of that? And then there's obviously other things. Yeah, like the way they get married, the kind of hall they have and whatnot.
Even some people do the reception separately.
They do it separately. Some people have a small little gathering for the main ceremony, and then they throw a big party for everyone afterwards. But it's like it's up to the bride and it's up to the groom because it's their wedding. They're the ones paying for it. They're the ones who have to live with it even afterwards, right? And this is the problem that people are actually waking up to. Yeah, but the people, I think the Asian community, which is why I said I'm happy that Danielle's here now, but the Asian community, I feel like they're left behind in this regard, yeah, and they haven't been keeping up with what's going on. For example, like having a big wedding, because if you don't invite this cousin and that auntie and that uncle and that granddad's nephews, nieces, cats, dogs, best friends, puppets, nephew as well, then what will happen is you're gonna lose your respect. Yeah, you're gonna lose your honor. Okay, people are gonna say, look at you, you're a disgrace to society. What's going on here? Do you know what I mean? Like, where did this, what's the point of that kind of mentality? That relative, so-called relative, or that person who's your honor is so important to you. That guy's never checked on you in his life, never looked up to you, never talked to you, never mentioned you, nothing. Like, why do you care so much about what they think? Do you know what I mean? So that's one thing. Go on, Gareth.
They want to please other people, but that's like, what's that going to bring to you?
It's like they're thinking about other people, not about themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like what Siddiq said, they don't check on them, they don't care. So why invite them? If they don't, it's like if they don't respect you, if they don't respect you, then why give it back? Or if they don't care, then why give it back? But it's just, I don't know why, like the Asian parents, all generation are like this. They care about other people's opinions, how it looks from the outside, and etc. When in reality, you shouldn't care. Like, what did they bring to your life? If they bring nothing, then you shouldn't care. And oh yeah, that was gonna be my next point. Can I say my next point? Or
yeah, say.
My next point is, there's another mindset when it comes to wedding. Yeah, like the Asian community, yeah, like the whole generation, they're like, oh, this cousin or this family member, we need to make it bigger than their wedding. We need to do this, that make them jealous. We need to show them we're rich, but what's that going to do? That's not going to bring nothing. The mindset is so toxic, it doesn't make sense.
It's pathetic. And then this is why marriages don't work out. Yeah, I'll tell you a quick thing that I remember from, I think now 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, there's this guy, he came to the imam of a mosque to get marriage counseling or something like that. Yeah, think about this. Yeah, he said to the imam, Imam, you have to help me, my wife's just left me, okay, and it's only been the first night. Imam's like, what happened? Yeah, he goes, okay, so basically think about this. Yeah, I spent £700,000 on a diamond ring. I spent £100,000 for each of the cars that I bought for her. I bought I got a hall booked out for £750,000. I got what's it called? He got horses and carriages and all that stuff. I can't remember the price of it.
All that extra.
And he got, let's just say he spent altogether. I remember he spent £4.5 million on his entire wedding, including gold, including jewelry, including everything. Yeah. So whatever amount I've said so far, it could have been different, yeah. But I remember 4.5 was the total that was said to me, yeah. 4.5 million pound he spent on his wedding, yeah. And the woman didn't even last with him on the first night. They got married. They went to his house, and she literally just sat there and called her brother and said, "Pick me up. I want to go home." Done. That's it. And she didn't return.
You know what? She was there for the money, man. Gold digger.
You spent, forget gold digger, yeah. You spent. In all honesty, that's the guy's fault. That's the guy's fault. I'm gonna cut it clear here, there, and then. That's the guy's fault.
Spent too much.
Why would you ever? You have a whole life to live. This is the perfect example of spending everything on the wedding and having nothing for life.
For one day.
You have a whole life to give and live with her. Yeah. You spent your whole life's amount, let's just say, on the one day, and the other 365 times, let's say 40 years, yeah, that you're meant to be spending on her, that's gone. That's why when you have expensive weddings, you have no, in Islam we say, you have no blessings in your marriage. Yeah, you just don't, because you're focusing on the wrong thing. You're not focusing on the people. You're not focusing on the individuals, the husband and the wife. You're focusing on the showing people. Yeah. Or
that's what I meant. The Asian mindset
about competing with
others. They care
about
other people's opinions and how it looks on the outside. Oh, it looks rich. It looks, oh wow, such a
looks fancy,
grand wedding, best wedding I've ever seen.
And then there's I know so many parents here. They're like, oh, you're the eldest in the family, or oh yeah, no, people are gonna ask, why are you having such a cheap wedding? Are you two love marriage? Are you two did they mess about? That's why they're having such a cheap wedding. Astaghfirullah, like those two people are trying to have a good life together. They're trying to live religiously, let's say, or in Jamie's case, for example, they just want to live a simple life, and you're associating them with bad things when they're trying to do a good thing together. Like how stupid are you? You're just dumb. Like that makes no sense. That, oh, if you have a small wedding, people are going to talk like this, people are going to say this. Let me break some reality to you. People will say bad stuff about you no matter what you do. So why do you care when it comes to the biggest things in your life? Drop that kind of mindset, because it doesn't help you in the least. It actually ruins your life. And then what happens on your deathbed?
It mentally just messes with your mind, man.
Exactly. And what happens on your deathbed? What who's there? Which person that talked about your honor, which person that talked about your money and how you looked in society, which person is there and they're going to revive you and give you another 40 years to live? They're going to give you another 20 years to live. Are they going to do that? They're not going to do nothing.
You come alone and you leave alone.
You come into this world alone, you leave this world alone. You're in your grave alone, and then you're resurrected alone. That's literally how it is.
You come with nothing and you leave with nothing.
That's it. So I don't know why people give so much damn attention and so much stress and effort into this, rubbish. Okay, honestly, it vexes me up differently, because in my opinion, this is just my opinion, marriage is the one decision in your life that actually influences everything else. And I can't, for some reason, I can't think of any other thing that does that. For example, if you change your career, if you quit your job, you can find another job. Do you know what I mean? It's not that big of a deal. But marriage, like, you're giving half of yourself, half of your body, half of your wealth, and whatever, to another person. You have to live with them. You might have children with them. Your whole life is kind of centered around that person. And this is the one thing people, why in that moment, for this one important thing, why would you even think about the people? How does that make sense? The only people you should think about is yourself and that person, and that's it, done. So that's my beef with culture when it comes to marriage. And obviously there's more to say, but Danielle, you joined us, yeah? What's your opinion on, doing things to show others, for example, that cultures have? Do they have it in Pakistani culture? Listen, do they have that in Pakistani culture?
Do you have what?
like this caring about what other people think when it comes to your
Everyone
marriage?
does.
Is it?
I told you, it's the whole Asian community, man.
It's more, not really. Everyone
Yeah,
does.
people as in people.
Everyone
No, not
does.
community, like people. You know something?
Everyone does. But there's levels to it. I think everyone does. Like even you do, I do. Everyone does in certain ways. For example, Gary
God,
cares
say
about his hair.
always.
Always is like simple stuff, and then there's levels to it, man.
God, say something. That's actually I didn't think of it like that. So
Yeah, I mean,
enlighten
everyone
me.
cares, yeah, to a certain extent. What would a person think of me? What if I wear this? What if I wear that? Then again, yeah, linking it back to marriage is like, you get to a point individually. You get to a point where you're settled with life. You have your kids and stuff. You wouldn't really care about what other people think because you're fine with your life. But when you're in that point where you have nothing, where you haven't found your other half and stuff, you do care about every single thing that you do, be it clothes, the way you act, your hair, like Garris, your boarding and so forth. We move. Then
Wow.
again, going back to the point, there is levels. Our parents do take it to the next level, where like every single thing that you do in life, kind of reflects
Talk a bit
them.
slower.
That's what I was thinking. Is he on fast food or something?
Yeah, right.
What's happening?
You can slow it down, Paul. Yeah. So. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sang a bit.
Yeah. Anyway, going back to the point. It gets to a point, yeah, where parents, families, uncles, aunties, cousins, they do affect your mental health when they tell you this thing is not meant to be like this, or this is not meant to be like that. Every action that you take, be it a workplace, like getting a certain job, or for example, dressing a certain way, goes back to a image that they built for themselves over the year, and they think you doing certain actions is gonna destroy the image, so they do care about it a lot. But sooner or later, once they over it, they'll forgive you, and they'll start caring less about people when they understand that your mental health is being affected by it. And yeah, Beowulf was.
But I think no, but you're actually correct. That's what happens, yeah. But by then it's too late. Do you know what I mean? Like, why is it that we can't get
I
rid
just
of
want to
this
say
thing?
something, yeah. But
Yeah.
I came across this thing. I think yesterday or today. It was like a little saying. It was like, forget about your parents. Wait. It wasn't like this. It was like, do what makes you happy? Yeah. You're gonna live in regret.
Say that again.
Do what makes you happy, yeah. Even if it's against your parents' will. If your heart is in it, just do it, because you're gonna live in regret. Sooner or later, they're gonna forgive you because they're your parents, and you can link it to marriage.
So you said marriage, yeah, but look, I'm gonna relate it to uni, for example. Okay, my parents can't fit onto this category because they don't even know how uni works or anything, so that's fine. But I know personally, yeah, there's people who've done up to masters, okay, maybe beyond, for the sake of their parents, and they'll never ever touch that degree, meaning they will never go into a career with that degree. And then you ask yourself, so why did you go into 27 to 40k debt? One, why did you waste 4 years plus of your life? Yeah. Why did you spend hours and hours stressing to make sure you get the perfect grade? Okay, there's even someone I know, they're pressuring their children to get nines in their GCSE. And I've taught now in secondary school, I've taught in college, I've experienced university myself. Those grades never scratch the surface. They don't do nothing for your life. You can get away with a 6 and a 7. There's people doing really well with a 4 in GCSEs. Why do you need to get a grade 9? And that push, the grade 9, the grade 8, the grade 7 is all because I need to call my relatives up and I need to say, hey, this is what my son does. Hey, this is what my daughter does. And the same goes with marriage, yeah? Oh, okay, I can't give my son away to this girl because this girl, she comes from a low caste family, or she comes
don't get cast
like,
into this, man. Cast pisses me off.
bro,
Cast pisses me off.
caste. But that's one of the main problems. In Bangladesh, yeah, it's called Zat, yeah. Oh, his Zat, his caste is not good enough. Jamie, do you know what caste is?
Nope.
Middle
Okay,
class,
you know-
high
Cast
class,
in the movie?
class,
So the British just,
Oh, that
Yeah.
class
yeah,
then.
low
Not
class,
class.
middle
Oh, yeah,
class,
she's saying-
and upper class.
yeah,
Basically
actually,
that.
basically
It
that,
is.
yeah.
But you're calling it cast.
Yeah, so basically what the British did, yeah, when the British colonized India, they put everyone in categories. Yeah, you're Chowdhury, you're Mia, you're Sikhdar, you're this, you're that, and they gave them all different last names, yeah. And they said, if you're part of this, you're a bare honorary guy. If you're part of this tribe, you're very honorary. They're all the same people. They just gave them labels. It's like, you know, at work, you're customer assistant and you're a manager. Yeah, they're both human beings, and one just has another name. But I guess manager actually does more work, to be honest. Yeah, but it's kind of like that. Yeah, they give you different labels. And now, years and years after, people are still following these labels. Oh, he's not a Chowdhury, he's not an Ahmed, so I can't get you married to them because they're not good enough for you. Why? It doesn't
You're
make
too
sense.
low for my cost.
Do you know what I mean? Listen, you're both short, yeah? You're both Bengali, you got the same blood.
What
Okay?
were you
I'm
talking
not,
about
I'm not
them
talking
two?
about Jamie and Gareth, I'm talking about the people, innit?
Oh,
Like, come on.
watch it, Tommy. Fucking hell.
Call me Toby.
I love it. Your nose is
Play
bigger
the
than your
dress
future.
before
But
you
shut
speak to
up.
me, yeah?
What?
Difference between you and Daniel's pair of glasses. Shut up.
Oh my god. Oh, there's going to be a lot of editing today. Look,
That's
you're
it.
both...
I love you,
Big
really,
up.
man.
Listen,
That's
you're both Bangladeshi, or you're bloody human, okay?
Who we
You follow
talking
the same
about?
religion.
Ahmed and Abdullah.
Talking about the caste system, yeah. Like, come on, you're both same religion. If you're a different religion, then the only thing that would ever stop me from like advising someone to get married to someone else is if they don't follow the same religion, because that will 100% play a role in hurting their marriage. Forget about which religion is right. Forget about the values. That will destroy the marriage. Why? Because when it comes to raising the kids, okay, which religion are you going to raise it? So then one of the parents is definitely going to compromise. So I know this student I had, his mother was Christian, his father's Muslim. Okay, he doesn't know how to pray, he doesn't know anything, he doesn't know how to do the Christian side of things, he doesn't know how to do the Muslim side of things. Yeah, and his parents said, you know what, let's be at peace, let's call it a truce and wait for him to become 18, and then he can decide for himself what he wants to do. He turned 18. I've only spoken to him the last time I saw him was 4 months ago, I think. Yeah, 4 months ago, and I saw him and I was like, oh, how you doing, and he goes, oh sir, guess what so I turned 18, I looked into it, I want to become Muslim. Yeah, so oh, okay, that's brilliant, that's nice, I'm happy for you. He goes, yeah, I don't know how to pray yet, and he's discussing with me. Yeah, and then after he goes, oh, but the thing is, he goes, oh, my mom wants to divorce my dad. I was like, what? Why? What happened? He goes, oh, she was upset that I chose Islam over Christianity. That's it. I was like, what? I was like, so how old are your parents? Yeah, they're in their like 50s or 40s. I'm like, how long have they been married? They've been married for like 30 years. 30 years of marriage, and they're gonna split over that, bro. Like, get in the bin, man. This is why. That's the only thing for me. If that would be a big red flag. I can't get past that, I guess. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's anything else, but for sure, religion is the only thing that would get in my way. Like, oh, okay, I feel a bit, you know what I mean? But caste, what education level, come on, man, like, just be quiet. And then obviously there's other stuff. Yeah, if I have a daughter and she's trying to get married to a guy who has no indication that he's gonna work hard, he's got no indication that he's gonna ever get a job, he's gonna live off benefits, I'm gonna make a problem. That's fine. Because now we're talking realistic stuff, like stuff that is actually going to impact their marriage. Yeah, caste is never going to impact their marriage. Yeah, the
people's views outside everything.
The different spices he uses in his curry is not going to influence the marriage. Like, so dumb. Like, you talk about stuff that is actually going to influence and affect the marriage. Then we can go somewhere. But this has gone on long enough, and it's still going on. And there's parents. Look, this is my last thing I'm going to say about this, and I want to ask you guys some other questions because I've been rambling, yeah. But if you are listening to this, and your son, your daughter is not married, and you believe they're at an age of marriage, and they're not married, or they're struggling, or they have no interest, I'm just saying straight, it's your fault, okay? It's your fault because you've put fear into them. It's your fault because you've made marriage look unattainable, and it's your fault because they're uncomfortable to talk about it with you. So maybe go sit down with them, get rid of your preconceived notions about what marriage is, learn about what marriage actually is, focus on the correct people, and then you see where you go from there. Okay, I'm not gonna kill you. Daniel will. I won't. Daniel might run over you at a junction when he's meant to give way. Okay, well.
License plate over life.
Oh man, but
That's how we roll.
that's it, and then we see where we go from there. Now, okay, guys. Now that we move away from that, yeah, what is your deal breaker when it comes to marriage?
They have to be Christian.
Aye.
If not, then no.
No, actually, that's fine. Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about that, guys? Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say they have to be Christian, do they have to be a practicing Christian, or can they be Christian by name?
Like me.
Practicing and serving a church. Well, I'm soon getting to that, but yeah.
Wait, what? So they have to do that?
Well, it will be better
What?
me.
Why will it?
Because then it
They're
shows
Christian and
that
they're just-
you're.
They
Might,
could be helping
Wait,
other
finish,
places.
you might disagree, yeah. But it's like you're more closer to God, and you
What?
practice it.
Gareth, you know,
Yeah.
Jamie is not a practicing Christian, yeah.
Yeah.
I think once he said, Jamie, are you agnostic?
I am just Christian by I was baptized. That's it. Full stop.
But you're like unsure in it.
Other than that, I'm not Christian. Basically, only Christian because I was baptized. Full stop.
But belief wise, you're unsure. Is that what you said? Yeah.
At the moment, yeah.
Yeah. So that's called agnostic. Yeah. So let's say a girl, she's really nice person and educated, whatever, like other stuff that you like, yeah. But she's not practicing, but she's a nice person, she's a good person. Is that enough for you, or they have to be serving the church and they have to be practicing Christian?
It's 50-50, most likely not, man. It's just from my experience. It's just from what I've seen
What?
in the church.
Go on, explain.
Wait, Gareth, so is it fair to say then, like, what if she's not doing the worldly stuff as you put it, yeah? She's not helping out, she's not serving the church, she's not practicing Christian, she doesn't do worldly stuff as you put it, she's just like normal. But is the church and the serving that important that it will cancel out?
What, is an attending church, or you saying attending on?
She doesn't attend, she doesn't serve, okay? But she's like a nice person, everything else, and she doesn't do any like drugs or alcohol or whatever.
Basically, female me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Obviously, in the future, I don't know. I might change, but as of now, like this one right now, no.
Okay, that's interesting. All right, I'm not judging. I was just wondering.
Were you just curious?
Just curious. Okay, Danielle, what about you? What's your deal breaker?
I guess religion. And again, yeah, going back to another point here, it's like the way you are, whoever you are, that's the person you're gonna attract. So if you're like not religious,
That's so
yeah,
true.
That's true, actually. Yeah.
why are you
That's what it-
expecting someone to be super religious and come in your life?
Yeah.
So either you grow as a team, or you help each other and grow as a team again. And that's it. That's the main point of life. So that's the main thing that you should search in a person, be it friends or,
Okay, fine. Good answer. And what about you, Jamie?
Judging. I'd say if someone's really judgmental and they're not going to accept me for me, I think. They're going to be toxic and start judging someone not judgmental. Yeah, acceptance.
What about you?
My deal breaker, honestly, there's only one thing that could really break the deal, and that is if they're not subscribed to this podcast. So viewers, make sure you are subscribed to the podcast.
if you ain't, I'ma come to
It's
your
been It's been a while since Daniel threatened anyone. Firstly, it's also actually no, he threatened someone the other day. Actually, Gary swat someone while reversing.
Oh, that was sick, man.
Oh my god! So
That's my boy. He gangster like that.
don't worry, you guys will not be receiving any swears or any threats. But you should subscribe to the podcast. You should like this video. You should follow us on Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, and do share this podcast with others. We are currently on 119 subscribers. Thank you for bearing with us since our last episode. There will be some polls, so make sure you vote on what you want to hear about next.
Okay, question of the week. This is a new series. This is a new bit to the podcast. It's called Question of the Week. I just want to ask everyone. It's a silly question, but
Let's
do
see
you
if
think...
Daniel remembers question of the week next week, yeah, since he came up with it. Yeah?
Okay, I'll remember. Basically, question of the week is this week. I just want to ask everyone: how rude do you find someone farting around you? Do you find it normal? Do you find it rude, or do you find it enjoyable?
All right, listen, I'm cutting this short, yeah. So the quote of the week, yeah, forget this question of the week business. So the quote of the week this week is from the Qur'an, and it is from chapter 55, and the quote is "Hal jaza'ul ihsani illa al ihsan," which means, is there any reward for goodness other than goodness? Think about it.
Amen to that.
But that's enough for us for today. We have been here for quite a while.
Yeah, today's the longest podcast that we've done, man.
Yep, we covered quite a lot of topics, quite a lot of things. But anyway, that's all from us today. Thanks to the guys once again for joining us, and we will see you next time. Adios.
Hashtag no more marriage questions and content. In a bit. Love you.
Bye bye, guys. Eid Mubarak.